Good morning, YouTube. I work today, which is Wednesday, Thursday. No, today is Thursday. I work today, Friday, and Saturday. So I figured it'd be fun to bring you along on like a 3-day work stretch with the weekend work day involved. I had yesterday off as my comp day for working on Saturday, which was a good, just kind of grind day. But now we have to get ready for work. I still haven't found a lot of consistency with my mornings, except that I make breakfast, I make a tea that I drink at work, and I make sure to have my lunch packed or put my lunch in the bag if I had packed it yesterday. So lately I've been having salads with rotisserie chicken, but I'm pretty over them, so that'll be the end of this. But I try to get out the door usually by like 7:30 so that I'm at work by 8. I think I'm ready to go. It's 7:37, so this will be good timing. I love having a flexible start time at work because my mornings can really just be whatever I need them to be. And today I needed just a slow-paced morning. I mean, realistically, I'm only out the door 10 minutes later. The flexible start time is just like huge for the quality of my morning. I'm also like, as long as I'm not there after 9, I'm not running late. It is 4:45 and I'm leaving work. And actually my plans have changed a little bit because the dog that we usually dog sit for, his parents are out of town, but their dog sitter, something must have come up and he can't do it anymore. There's 2 nights left, so I'm gonna go pick him up and dog sit him for the next 2 nights. So that adds some spice to the equation.
Sit. Yes.
Well, Jake is out for a walk with the dog. I had originally had plans to walk with some friends tonight and then kind of swerved plans in order to help out the other friends with the dog. I am making an effort to wear real clothes after work, which sounds so silly, I know. But this is my after work OOTD, just jeans and a t-shirt. I realize that those are arguably not real clothes, but I also haven't worn pants that button in a very long time because I haven't gone out. I've been working all the weekends on this in our business, and so I wear leggings all weekend and scrubs all week. This is my effort to feel more human sometimes, is wear real clothes sometimes. That is what I'm doing tonight, is I'm wearing real clothes and I'm doing chores. So fun, huh? All of a sudden it's 7 o'clock. How does this happen? It always happens. Just imagine that I put that away. I'm not even gonna do a transition. It's not even worthy of that. You're wondering what a typical night in my life looks like? It's basically this. I go to work all day, get home around 5, I work out, and then eat dinner, usually with Jake, and then I go back to work on my things, whether it's editing a YouTube video, coming up with another video idea, filming a video, or working on our business Keel. I am working, probably. And if I'm not working, then I'm probably playing Call of Duty. Because instead of watching TV, Jake and I will play Call of Duty together. He's doing chores. You can probably hear the vacuum going. So that's the other thing we do, is chores, because we still have to run a household even though we both work essentially 2 full-time jobs. He does a lot more Keel than I do. I mostly just do the social media for our business. He does the actual like fulfillment of the product, and then I do YouTube. I do YouTube after work, or I make social media content. I also started a TikTok, shameless plug. If you like my finance content, I think my TikTok's gonna be pretty focused on that. You should follow me. I'll link it down below. Part of the reason we don't have a dog is because we don't have a fenced-in yard, which means early morning walks with the dog, and it is officially fall. There is a nip in the air. Is it cold out, Franklin? It's 5 and I'm just getting home, but there's like a coolness to the air for the first time. I know I said it was chilly this morning, but it's the afternoon, and it's still like 90 degrees in Denver, and I don't live far from Denver. But it is still just falls here, baby. So I'm editing this video, and I know that one thing that is lacking from it is like my work day. And I know a lot of you are OTs or are aspiring OTs, so that's something that you're interested in. Both in the name of like professionalism, and then also just like I'm not taking a chance with HIPAA, obviously. I care about my patients and I care about their rights. I don't film at work. So I wanted to just like take a second and kind of verbally explain what my workday looks like. I work in an inpatient setting, and I am actually like full-time acute, but my hospital has a rehab department, so I'm one of the first therapists that floats to that department when needed. So I consider myself, like when I explain my job to other people, I say that I'm a float therapist, and I just kind of bounce around wherever. I spend a about probably like 2 days on inpatient rehab, or with some units on inpatient rehab and some units on acute care. If you're not familiar with what I'm saying when I say units, we bill units of time. So there's certain I spend a certain amount of time on acute care and a certain amount of time on inpatient rehab. Typically, if I'm on acute or if I'm split between the two, my day gets a little hectic and a little bit wonky. Our productivity standards are super reasonable, which is part of the reason that I love my hospital, because it allows us to actually do our job completely. Like in acute care, I can see a patient, get the full picture, and help kind of manage discharge planning a little bit better than if I were just stressed with getting units all day. It allows me to provide like really thorough care to a person, and I think that's great. You guys have already kind of heard me talk about how my pay is a little less than other people that I know in the field, but that is part of the reason that I'm perfectly okay with that. I usually aim for about 21 units a day, which is about 5.25 hours of treating. I think I technically only have to get 19, but just the way that it works out when I see 8 patients a day, which is a patient an hour, I end up with about 21 units. So I spend 5 hours of my day treating, which means that I have just under 3 hours to chart review. I usually have a list of around 15 patients that I have to chart review and then triage who needs to be seen that day. If I'm on acute care, if I'm on inpatient rehab, that's kind of more set up for me because they have to hit a certain number of minutes every single day on rehab, which you know if you're in this world. Yeah, I spend about 5 hours of my day on acute care treating and 3 hours chart reviewing, documenting, juggling all the other things that go along with patient care. That is kind of what a day-to-day looks like. I really wanted a job where I would have acute care and inpatient rehab, and I feel very lucky that I was able to sneak into a job like that for my first job. I am definitely learning every single day and swimming. I definitely feel like I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but then I just try to like circle it back around and bring it back to like, what can I do for the person that I'm currently looking at, whether it's assessing them and giving them the best options or treating them and helping them improve in the best way that I can. And I'm learning new skills constantly, which is great. We are just hitting a quick after work hike. Tie the dog out, tie the people out. Easy, I think it's like a 3-mile loop from here. Good Friday night, but I work tomorrow, so it's not really Friday, it's like a Wednesday. The new PT started at work. They moved here, and they were saying how lucky they felt to live here because it felt like they were always on vacation. And I feel that way too. I just feel like I'm so lucky to have all this somewhat in my backyard, within a driving distance of my house. That this is just my after work activity, is going for a hike. What people do on vacation. Like, we've literally seen people from out of state on this trail on vacation. This is our like casual weeknight hike. Does anyone else get absolutely sick of all the food ever? We're making our grocery list to have it ordered, and we want none dinners, none lunches, none breakfast. Having to make food every single day is exhausting. So as you're probably familiar, if you've watched any of my videos, we do use Instacart for groceries. We run a small business and just don't have time throughout the week to order groceries, so it's worth it to us. And so this is what we kind of landed on for dinners this week. We landed on tacos and patties. We do like a burger patty with orzo and mushrooms and spinach, and those didn't sound horrible to us. And then we get like lots of fruit, lots of carrots, English muffins for breakfast. And what I'm most excited about is that we're gonna have lasagna for lunch. So we got some lasagna, and that will make lunches edible again. So Instacart is what we use for groceries. We are going camping after work tomorrow. We're gonna meet up with some friends and camp, and then I think the next day we're gonna hike. So I just have to pack stuff for that. So I have sweatpants to sleep in, change of clothes for tomorrow, and that change of clothes will include a pair of leggings, oh, and then socks to hike in, and then cozy clothes. So I'm gonna get this packed up. We have found that the best system for camping is to each have a milk crate just like on the back seat of the truck, and then we just pack that and we're good to go. So I literally just tossed everything that I need in this milk crate. I literally have like clothes, extra jackets, shoes, and then I'll toss my toiletry bag on top and I'll have everything. I am going to work a little bit early today with the objective of being there so that we could leave to go camping. I think I made a video not that long ago where I was like, we don't really camp in Guanella Pass, and here we are in Guanella Pass camping again, but this time with friends. I'm gonna enjoy my night. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to subscribe.